Dolphin Shoals is one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks of all time. The graphics are amazing, the music is stellar, and the course design feels fresh and new. For most of the race, the track is fairly simple. There are a few difficult turns, but overall it is an easy track and not too confusing. That is, until you get to this section around the middle of the race. In this area, there is a huge cavern filled with a lot of pipes that are blowing out water, similar to the ones in Piranha Plant Slide. This area can look really daunting and confusing when you are a new player, but it is really quite simple once you break it down. There are 4 different ways you can get across the gap. The first path is off to the left. This one uses a pipe to push you up over a stone wall, then uses another pipe to get you over the rest of the gap into the other side. The second one is right in the middle and is fairly easy. This option moves you up, then down, then up again before letting you fall down onto the path on the other side. The third option is to the right of the second one. To go on this path, you need to fall off the road where a pipe will push you back up again and put you on a short track that leads to the other side. The fourth path is again slightly to the right of the third one. You get pushed up into a tunnel with boost ramps and then jump off the edge to meet up with the rest of the paths. The main factor for deciding which path is the best is how long it takes to drive it. The best way to figure out how long something takes in Mario Kart is to go into time trials and use the built-in timer. I went into time trials and did 3 tests for each of the 4 different paths, and then used the 3 tests to figure out the average time it takes to do each of them. Now for the results. The path on the left took an average of 6.63 seconds to complete. The path in the middle took 5.96 seconds, the one on the left averaged 6.21 seconds, and the path on the far right was just barely more than the last one, with an average time of 6.22 seconds. While I was testing, I stumbled upon a small strategy that saves a bit of time on the center path. Instead of doing a trick off of the pipe, you want to fall down and pull back on the control stick to keep you in the air for longer. Then, just keep gliding through the water until you land on the patch of ground and continue as normal. I tested this new method and found that it took about 5.77 seconds to do, which is a bit faster than doing the center path normally. So that means that the variation of the center path is now the fastest. Now let's take a look at coins and item boxes. There are no item boxes in time trials, so I went into a versus race with a second controller connected so that I could shut off CPUs. First, let's do item boxes. There were 0 item boxes on the first path, 0 item boxes on the second path, 0 on the third path, and 0 on the fourth path. Now for coins. There was 1 coin on the first path, 1 coin on the second path, 1 coin on the third path, and 2 coins on the final path off to the right. The single coin difference on the far right path isn't enough to put it ahead of the path in the middle, so the path in the middle is best, right? Well, I went to check the world record time trial to see if they came to the same conclusion as me and used the middle path. Instead, I saw this. They come up to the split in the paths like normal, and then go to the far right. They then grab both of the coins before hopping off of the edge of the track and gliding to the pipes below, cutting off a decent amount of the course. I tried this myself and found it fairly easy to do. I then hopped back into time trials and tested out how fast this new path was. Since this path doesn't actually go off the ramp that I was stopping the timer at, I will approximate where the ramp would end if it was extended farther out and up. I found that the new shortcut method only took an average of 5.1 seconds to complete. That completely blows all previous methods out of the water. To do this new trick, you want to start a drift early to build up a mini turbo, drift to collect the coins, and then release the mini turbo and hop to get a boost. Then pull back on the control stick to slow the descent of the cart and move it left or right to aim for this pipe. If you do it correctly, you should end up just above this pipe. Then do a trick and continue on. So overall, which one is best? If you are a beginner, then you should just do the center path or the variation of the center one. This is because there really isn't any reason to use the path to the left or the path to the right. If you are a reasonably skilled player, go with the shortcut on the far right. It might look hard to do, but after practicing for a few minutes in time trials, it becomes very easy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, because I am a Nintendo channel that is trying to grow, and likes help get this video recommended to more people. I will try to make similar content to this in the future, and you will most likely only see my videos again if you are subscribed. Thank you, and have a nice day.